Okay, hi guys, kumusta? I hope you're all doing great, and today is my day off, so I have a lot of time to make this video that I will be sharing to you. I know I promised that I'm gonna be making a comprehensive video about the cost of living here, but I realized that I will need somebody else to do that. I will need to talk to my friends, because if you will base it in my cost of living, then I'm living here alone here, because if you will base it to me, then it's not gonna be that accurate for you guys, especially if you're migrating here in Canada as a family. In my case, I'm only like renting the apartment for $550. I paid the internet for $80. I paid my phone for $40, and that's it. Those are the only things that I I pay here. So those are the constant expenses, the monthly expenses that I have. Now with my groceries, sometimes I eat outside, sometimes I buy my own groceries. Now if I do a groceries, I will be spending around $80 to $100, and that's gonna last me for the entire 15 days. Definitely my cost of living is a lot cheaper, and I also just walk my way to the office. I don't pay any transportations. I don't need a car, anything. I can rent a car anytime because I already have a license here. In a future video, I'm gonna be sharing to you how I got my Class 5 license here in Canada. And yeah, there's still a lot of things that I'm gonna be sharing to you guys. So if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel, comment, share, hit that notification bell, do whatever you want. Alright, so let's start. How's my life here in Canada? So I am in Canada for exactly 10 months now. So I landed here in March 2019, and today's January. So it's been 10 months, and life has been so good to me. I'm so thankful for it. I'm just so blessed. Like, I can help my family. I'm also preparing for Mipo's big day. That's gonna be a surprise for you guys. So I feel so blessed to be here. Now, I realized that I haven't really shared to you the things that I did when I landed here in Canada. So into this vlog, that's gonna be the topic that I will be sharing to you. So stick around and let's start. Okay, so I booked my ticket a month before the flight. It's already a little bit expensive. I would suggest that you guys would really reserve your ticket or book your ticket ahead of time, so you will get a better pricing. But for me, since I booked it like a month before, I spend around 1,200 Canadian dollars for it. It's 50,000 pesos. Book it as early as you can, so you would be able to save. Now, my flight is from Cebu to Narita International Airport in Japan. And then from Narita, I will need to exit out in the airport and then go to, or take a bus that's going to be a 40 minutes travel from Narita to Haneda International Airport, because that's where Air Canada is. And had to secure a transit pass or transit visa because I needed to exit out in the airport, right? So the only thing that the Japan immigration would be asking you is your passport and your connecting flight ticket. So just show it to them. They will stamp your passport. Actually, if you have like a long layover, you can explore Japan a little bit. Yeah, that's what other people are doing, especially if they have if they're in a connecting flight and going to Japan. So, and from Haneda to it took off around 7 p.m. I totally forgot the time, but yeah, it took off from Haneda International Airport and then landed in Toronto. So when I landed in Toronto, I just actually followed where the people are going. It's really funny because it's my first time ever, right, to see the airport or to be there. So I was just following there, and there's like a lot of signs anyway, so you will just really have to pay attention to the signs. And the signs actually lead me to the Canada immigration. Um, there you'll have to present your passport stamp with your immigrant visa, and then you also have to show them your confirmation of permanent residency. Now remember, you guys, if you're landing here in Canada as a permanent resident, as soon as you receive the documents or your COPR, that's confirmation of permanent residence, that's going to be sent to you along with your passport when you're still in your home country. Do not ever write a signature on it, or do not fill out anything in there. It has to be clean. Nothing should be on it, okay? Because the immigration officer will be the one to fill out all the information in there, and then all you need to do is to sign in front of them. So they really want to see you putting your signature, and then they will compare it in your passport, and they will compare it in the documents that you sent. And yeah, if everything is good, then they will stamp your passport, and they will cross out the immigrant visa. And that means that the next thing that you will be receiving is already the PR card. So when you're traveling to Canada and the next time, you'll just need to show your PR card. Yeah, that's how the process is. And then from Toronto International Airport, I had like 3 hours layover in there. So I walked around. The first time I got out of the airport was during the connecting flight from Toronto to St. John. And it was the first time ever I experienced the cold. Oh man, I can still remember the first time I ever feel the weather in Canada. It was really cold, and I can't even imagine, like, oh my god, this is the weather here. That's what's running in my head. And yeah, it was really fun. But then that's only like negative. No, that's not even negative. That's like 2 degrees, and I realized that when I landed here, that's not the coldest actually, because right now the temperature here would reach up to -20, -16, -20. Definitely way colder than when I got here. I haven't really experienced winter here yet, so I can't really compare. But yeah, so far so cold. And then when I land here in St. John, Paolo and Eloy fetched me in the airport. I live in Paolo's apartment. I actually contacted the Filipino Association in New Brunswick. Yeah. So I sent a message to their Facebook page. I told them that I will be landing in St. John. I give them the date, and I was hoping that you guys can suggest any rooms for rent or any accommodations. They actually responded, and they helped me land an accommodation, rent a room in Paolo's house. So I stayed there for 3 months, and they were really helpful. Like, the Filipino communities here are really helpful, and they really know what you're going to go through if you're like a first-time immigrant here. So they would like, I feel so blessed to meet those people, because that's not within my control. Definitely God has provided them to me. So as what I told you in the previous videos, that God will give you the right people to help you if just really believe in Him, and you just trust in Him. And the next day, Paolo took me to the Service New Brunswick. So Service New Brunswick, that's where you file that's where you submit your documents in order to get a Medicare. Medicare is the medical insurance here from the government. It's gonna be one of the best thing here in Canada is their healthcare insurance. So if you're a permanent resident here, or even if you're a student here, you will automatically be eligible for the Medicare the moment you land here in Canada, in New Brunswick. I'm not sure with the other province, because some people told me that you will have to wait for 3 months in the other province in order for you to be eligible for the Medicare. But here in New Brunswick, you will automatically be eligible for the Medicare. The only requirement that they will be asking you is proof of billing that shows the address where you're living at. They just want to make sure that you're that's the thing that they will be asking you. So Paolo actually took me there, and since I didn't have any proof of billing yet, he took me to the McAllister Mall. I have to get a plan for my phone. Actually, I already have a phone, so I just availed the SIM card number only, and it will also like they will also like let you choose which phone number you like on the list of phone numbers that they have. So that's what I did. I initially paid for $50 or $60 for it. Yeah, $60 for the plan, for my phone plan. And also in that same mall, there's also a bank there for the RBC, Royal Bank of Canada. I also opened an account there. Since I already have those documentations, I went back to the Service New Brunswick, and they have provided me a receipt. And 2 weeks later, I received my Medicare. Well, basically, those are the very first things that I did when I got here in Canada. I'm just like mesmerizing those moments. Like until now, it feels unreal. Yeah, I'm still amazed with everything that God has provided to me. And yeah, I'm just in the future videos, I'm gonna be doing the things I did in order to land a job. I'm sure a lot of you guys are asking me about how to land a job, what are the things that I did to find a job here. So those are the things that I'll be sharing in my next video, I promise. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you reached this point of the video, I really appreciate it. If you have a question, leave it in the comment section. I will do my best to answer them. I apologize ahead if I wouldn't be able to answer right away, because I'm also like doing a lot of stuff. I will be doing my best to answer those questions. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I appreciate it a lot. Salamat kayo, o maayong adlaw sa tanan. Bye-bye.
You lifted me up, you sailed me away. The world keeps on turning, the struggles never end, but take on my